You know, this is pretty depressing. They used to have a really nice fountain right in this area here. But, like, I feel like it hasn't been open in years. Anyway, at the Rogers Center, I am going to a Blue Jay game, but that game is not till 3 o'clock. It's about 9:15 right now. I'm here early because I am doing the stadium tour. All right, I'm documenting this because this is probably the emptiest I'll ever see this area before. All right, I'm documenting this because this is probably the emptiest I'll ever see this area on a Toronto Blue Jays game day. So I've done 3 MLB stadium tours. Fenway Park, Busch Stadium, Coors Field. This is going to be number 4. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of expecting this one to be the worst. All those other stadiums I just mentioned have a little bit of character. The Rogers Center, although it definitely has improved since the renovations, does not have character. Like, you have one statue outside the stadium and it's of the owner, Ted Rogers. Come on. Like, I mean, you have Joe Carter's walk-off home run. You got Jose Bautista, his infamous bat flip. Doc Halladay. There are so many great moments you can recognize via a statue. But it's just Ted, the owner. Like, what are we doing here? But I'm hoping I'm wrong, and the tour is actually worth the money. It didn't cost that much. It was only like $20, $30. So ballpark tourists have their own dedicated entrance. It's right next to the staff entrance. It's not an actual gate. And just for bearings, it's across the walkway here from the CN Tower entrance. What do we think of the night mode City Connect jerseys for the Blue Jays? I think they're all right. I would have went with the traditional black jerseys or baby blue jerseys myself, but they're not horrible. Not the worst City Connect jersey. So we're right at the start of the unofficial second half of the MLB season, and the Blue Jays are red hot. It's not great for me because I'm a Red Sox fan. I don't want the Blue Jays to win the division. I want the Red Sox to win the division. But in all seriousness, contrary to popular belief, I actually don't mind when the local Toronto teams do well. I cheer for the Leafs. I don't actively cheer for the Leafs. I do find it funny when they lose, but like, I wouldn't mind seeing them do well for once. Same as the Jays, like, whatever. I'm kind of indifferent to both those teams. So today's tour is 60 minutes long, and it is the classic tour. I think there are other options. You can pick 1 or 2 other options, but I'm just going with the short, sweet, classic tour. One thing I love about the stadium is the street meet, but I also love, let's see if we can see it. We're kind of blocked by the plant, but the artwork coming out of the wall here. So I'm on the bridge here outside of gate 2, and holy smokes, does this thing ever have a shake to it. Wow. Here's a better look at the artwork coming out of the wall. So one of the unique features of the Rogers Center is that there is a Marriott hotel attached to it, and some of the rooms overlook the outfield. My goal next year, couldn't make it work this year, but next year is to stay in one of those rooms. Very expensive. It's like $1,000, but I think for one night it would be super, super cool. So that's going to be a goal for next year. I was talking about the City Connect uniforms earlier. Here's what the logo is for those jerseys, and I think it's time to head down and start the tour. Here we go. I don't know if I'm going to be able to film this, so just if I'm not, bear with me. I'll give you the review after. If I am, we'll see you inside. All right, I'm in. Good news, filming and pictures allowed the entire time. It's a super cool lounge. Of course, unfortunately out of budget for me. This is one of the bases from the bat flip game. Joe Carter game worn jersey. One of the World Series trophies. I like this sign. It's very cool. Got the whole area up here. The Drive of 85. I don't really know what that means. I guess that's where the DJ is, I guess. Got a lot of cool pictures in the background. Look at all the bobbleheads. Oh, they even have a Mickey Mouse. Very, very cool. Obviously the bat flip bobblehead. Ace has his own bobblehead. Gurriel with the hair. I like this. You have all the gold gloves that players have won throughout the years. Some of them anyway. Latest one, Jose Barrios, the pitcher. 2023. Cool little sketch of him on the actual trophy. Look at the detail of the actual glove too. The bar in here, super nice. Got a bunch of ballpark snacks. Don't know if they're free or not. I assume you have to pay for them, or it might be included within the ticket. Not entirely sure. Even the tables are super cool with the artwork kind of in the back. This is awesome. Oh, look at the maple leaf made out of baseballs. Wow. Holy shit, you got batting cages down here. So if you're down here before a game, you probably see them taking hacks. Got all the Silver Slugger awards here.
Yeah, no comments to players or other notable staff. If you know someone even on the other team, we're going to be respectful of their workspace. The second thing is that we have a little area stanchioned off for us, roped off for us to stand in.
So it looks like in the dugout. And we're on the field. Grounds crew working hard, getting the field ready for the game.
We're one of only 5 stadiums that has fake grass, and the only one that uses AstroTurf. There's another brand of turf that they use in the States and the other stadiums.
I just tell that guy's bat. Player of the week last week. The bat not as heavy as I thought. It's kind of cool getting to see them work. Holding Vladdy's bat now. Obviously have some players coming out here. Bob Melvin, someone sitting in the dugout. Bob Melvin, Giants manager, was just in the dugout. So this machine right here, it's kind of like a range picker for baseball. Picking up all the sunflower seeds that players spit on the field. Does that the bases over there, which is cool. Got some Blue Jays over there in left field, but they're kids. Can't really make out who they are. Figures they turned the lights on now after we leave that area.
That with the renovations, why didn't you guys put in real grass? It would have been a large expense for something that we think makes just a little bit of a difference in terms of how we take care of the field and everything. But one of the main reasons is actually parking, we learned. So there's a whole parking system underneath the dome, and if we were to be putting in real grass, we'd have to get rid of parking because there would need to be irrigation into the ground. So we want to keep parking. We have a lot of events here besides baseball, so we don't really want to do that. And there's enough concrete in and underneath this building to make another CN tower. So that would be an incredible expense. We're not interested in that. Another reason is airflow. Although the dome being open does give us enough sunlight, there isn't enough airflow to get from the air down into the bottom of the dome where the grass needs to live. And the last thing is central air conditioning. All of our suites and hotel rooms and offices and everything all share one air conditioning system. So if we had real grass, they'd all smell like grass all year. And we can't have that. I was just mentioning you can see the Toronto Islands from here, and sort of in between the islands and where the airport is off to the right, down that passageway is where Inland Point Stadium used to be. And
Imagine watching a Blue Jay game from here.
this year we made it to the ALDS against Texas. Unfortunately, we lost our first 2 games in Toronto, which you never want to do. You obviously want to win your home games. So the Texas team tweeted, "See you atop the season." And I'd like to thank the social media representative who posted that tweet because that fired us up enough to win the next 2 games in Texas, bringing a Game 5 to Toronto. It was a crazy Game 5. It had one of the longest innings in baseball history. The 7th inning was 53 minutes long. It was nuts. Lots of replays, lots of angry fans, things being thrown into the field, a ball hitting the bottom of a bat. What do you even call that? It was chaos. We were down in the 7th inning until Josh Donaldson hits a single bloop that goes right over a player's head to tie the game, and then Jose Bautista is up. He's our golden boy, what's he gonna do? And he hits a 3-run home run. It lands just over by the Budweiser sign, and this place absolutely erupts. It was a full stadium, and it was more than it is now. It was bigger, more seats before. And if you watch the video, you see the camera shaking, and it's not just due to bouncing around. It was the sound in this place. It was absolutely nuts. He flips the bat. in your face Texas, at least for now, and it becomes one of those iconic moments, I think, in Canadian sports history. Like, this is Toronto's team, of course, but it's Canada's team as well. It's the only baseball team in the country, so that was really, really important to us. The game did go on. Over the years, we had lots of other things.
Got some players' kids hitting baseballs here. Very, very cool. Look at home plate. They like skinned it. It's gray. So I did sit in a suite at one Blue Jay game. It was like 2012 with Uncle Nick and Aunt Dawn. It was a TSN suite, and we got tickets, or we got invited into that suite because Ed Morrow, I think, worked for TSN. I think, don't quote me on that, and he was a friend of Uncle Nick's. So we got to take in a game from the suite, which was pretty cool. Nothing like this suite though. This suite's crazy.
This is a really cool place to watch the game. If you buy a Club 328 ticket, you are assigned a seat in the section around the corner, and you have access to this space. So you'll get a wristband that lets you come in throughout here, and you have your own private, really nice bathrooms and place to get concessions. You have a cool place to be watching the game from the outfield. A lot of fly balls are coming out here.
So before they did the renovations, this is where the bullpen used to be. So to kind of commemorate the bullpen, they installed a bullpen bench, I suppose. This is actually the foul pole. So this is a baseball card wall of every Blue Jay that has ever played for the team. So this is the Heinz Club 328. I think that's where I'm sitting down here, or in this area, for this afternoon's game. Giants have some of their equipment hanging out on the field here. It's very, very cool. And that wraps up the stadium tour.
So this brings us to the end of our tour. I hope you liked what you saw. This is a brand new tour program, so you'll be getting an email looking for feedback. We'd love to hear what you thought. Just like Disney, we ended the gift shop, of course. If you show your tour ticket or your wristband, you get 10% off for the rest of the day, so that includes during the game as well. And this is your last...
Too?
Sorry? Gift shop. This gift shop.
Good try.
Good try.
I would love that. And the last thing I'll say is, if you need to use the bathroom, once you enter in there, they won't let you come back into the park or into the stadium. So stick behind me, and Joseph will show you where to go. Otherwise, Joseph. Awesome. Thanks, Joseph. Thank you so much for coming.
And of course, it ends in the gift shop. I'd love to get something just to kind of commemorate the tour, but I don't really want to wrap a Blue Jays hat or wear a Blue Jay shirt, so I'm gonna have to look around and see if I like anything. Oh, look at this. They have like a extended gift shop. It comes outside. Must be clearance items. All right, you know what? That wasn't as bad as I thought. Probably the worst tour out of the 4 I've done, but it was still pretty cool. Getting to go on the field, getting to see the suite. Did miss some things I thought. Like most tours bring you to the press box. We didn't go there. Most tours let you go into the dugout. We didn't do that. So definitely some things missing, but overall, I thought it was well done. Worth the 20 bucks, 30 bucks, whatever it was for sure. And I'll be back here in a few hours for the game. Toronto Pigeon looking for food. Baseball game, Toronto. Gonna get street meat.